Well, I'm out here on Lake Taneycomo today. It's the last day of November. And I came out here to finish a fishing report that I started yesterday. And it's a little bit unusual. I came out yesterday and I did a full video report, and GoPro splits your sections of video into 13-minute sections, and the first section that I did yesterday didn't turn out. In other words, the file got corrupted or something, and nice little rainbow. Actually, a heron has gotten a hold of him right there. He's got marks on both sides, and he got away. In the first section, I did a fishing report. I talked about generation, and I talked about fishing in different parts of the lake and whatnot. And then the rest of the video was just catching some fish up there above Fall Creek. And so since the whole first part didn't turn out, I got to come up here. Turn my camera. I got to come back up here and do the first part again, which is a little awkward because different conditions today and just a different day. And but the report's basically the same. I just have another day of generation, a little different generation today. So, and the weather has changed quite a bit. Yesterday it was in the 60s and pretty breezy. Today's in the upper 40s and very breezy. And I can't even tell what direction it's from. It's kind of from the south, but it's not blowing. It's almost coming out of the east a little bit. And it's not constant like it was yesterday. It's kind of gusty. Anyhow, I'm fishing below Fall Creek right now. I'm on the flats down from Fall Creek on the east side. Gray log cabins behind me, and Dino's old house is above me, the big log house. And I am throwing, because of the chop on the water, I'm throwing something that stays right on the surface and stripping it. This is called a chili pepper. It's a red one. It's about a number 14, but it's tied on a long shanked hook. I'll put a picture up. So what I was saying in my video yesterday was generation on the lake has been sporadic. It was pretty consistent last week, where they ran a half unit of water pretty much 24 hours a day. And this week it's been very, well, you can't really gauge it. For instance, yesterday the schedule said that they weren't going to run water all day, and they ran it about 2 or 3 hours in the morning. They ran one unit, then they cut it down to half. And when I quit fishing about 3 o'clock, they were still running just a little bit, not even a half. It was great fishing water, but I'm not sure what it was or why they did it. The lake hasn't turned over, Table Rock hadn't turned over, so our water is still low in oxygen, but I'm not sure if you can convince our fish down here at least that, because you know, the fish I caught just then was hit it hard and fought and jumped, and a lot of the fish I caught yesterday, with a couple of exceptions, the fish were very active. In about a 3-hour fishing trip, I caught probably 40, 45 fish. Nothing huge, but they were very aggressive, very hungry. But as far as yesterday, I went up and started at Lookout Island. I anchored off the island a little bit towards the top end, pretty shallow water, and stripped a soft tackle and a crackleback and a small woolly black, and caught fish on all three. Then I started fishing a zebra midge, a P&P. Fishing a P&P, a primrose and pearl midge, and caught fish on that. Here's that wind kind of whipping around. They're not hitting my chili pepper anymore. So I got off the island and came down a little ways, and the wind was blowing straight downstream, right out of the south, pretty hard. And I wanted to throw a jig. The only thing I could do is throw straight downstream with the wind. I threw a 1/16 ounce black and olive jig. And at one time I had 7 fish on 8 casts. They were, every cast I had a bite. And I ended up catching 15 rainbows on that and switched, tried something else. I put a 1/100th ounce marabou jig under a float, black and olive, same color as I was throwing. And lo and behold, they bit that too. I caught 4 rainbows on it. Broke it off, and I thought, well, are they just hitting everything I'm throwing, or are they liking dark colors or what? So I put on a pink jig, 1/100th ounce, 1/125th ounce, sorry, and caught 4 rainbows on it. They were hitting that aggressively. So what I've noticed, I guess, in that trip yesterday is I've been having trouble catching fish up in that area above Lookout this fall, or above Fall Creek. And I'd just assume it was a lack of fish. Well, there's no lack of fish now in that area. There's lots of fish. Now, most of them are stockers. Most of the fish I caught yesterday were stockers. I had a couple 13, 14 inch rainbows, but most of them were on the small side. I'm getting fish swiping at this, but they're not eating it. It's kind of funny. So I got down to the Narrows and put a couple scuds on, fly rod. I was using a mink scud. That's what we call a mink. It's made with mink fur. It's a dubbing that was made and developed, or whatever. A friend of mine, Roland Duffield, uses it a lot. And I was using a $200 hook, number 14. And below it, I was using kind of a dirty gray scud, same thing, weighted, $200 number, actually a number 12, not a 14. And 6X fluorocarbon. And the fish at the Narrows were very active. Of course, there's a little bit of current going through there still, and which really made it nice. Caught some nice fish there, and that's actually where my video from yesterday starts. Had a strike there. As far as down in the lower part of the lake, the last couple of weeks, the the people that have been staying at the resort and fishing, most of them have been fishing with bait, and they've been using gulp eggs. White and pink by far was the hot colors, and for the most part, guys have been going down by the bridges, Monkey Island to the bridges, and fishing down there and coming back with some pretty decent rainbows, having no trouble limiting out. There haven't been much people going out with guides, so I don't have a lot of reports from them. I do know that pink Berkeley worm is still working pretty good. As you can see, the wind's blowing me, but we've got current down through here too. So I wonder if they're running that half unit again. Oh, I took it away from him. Let's see if I can get him. Yep. Almost ran out of line. I had one chase it even when I pulled it out of the water, and he was moving. So I threw it back in there and he hit it. It's a little one. This little chili pepper, it's not a, I don't throw it a whole lot. It's it can be used kind of like a soft tackle or crackleback or something like that. It's meant to look like a midge. It's kind of skipping across the water, and I think it's more a reactionary bite. You're moving it pretty quick. Just add another bite. And they either got to hit it or leave it alone because it's moving pretty quick. Oh, not good. There we go. Another one. Little one. I don't think I mentioned the lake has not turned over yet. Table Rock, another little one. Just hasn't been cold enough. Hey, kitty. It's about your size. But our fish seem to be in real good shape. It's blowing me just the opposite of what it was a minute ago. They're very active, very hungry. They're hitting jigs real well. And I'm getting all tangled up. But it's going to take some pretty cold. Today is good. I mean, it's not super cold, but it's cold and windy, and that'll cool down Table Rock's water temperature. That's what we need for Table Rock to turn over, and we'd start getting good water from through the dam. But when they do run water, of course, they're injecting that liquid oxygen, so yeah, we got current. It's picking up. Oh, had a bite. Wow, that was a oh man, that was a nice fish that jumped over there, and I'm gonna get this little one in so I can throw over there. It almost looked like a brown. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I can get over there. Reposition the boat to where the camera is not in the sun, and I'm above the fish that jumped. And my front end of my boat's going to swing around and screw me up. Dang it, I missed him. That was a good fish. There's a nice one. That's not the one that jumped though. I think I'm going to stay here for a minute. It's a real pretty rainbow. I like him. Ooh, here's a nice fish. All right. Got my boat. Well, I'm a boat length from the bank behind me, but my trolling motor was dragging. I was in such shallow water. He was probably in no less than 2 foot of water. Yep, hear that? That's my trolling motor. See if I can't get him in. Oh, I came unbuttoned. Oh, man. I like seeing him. He was probably 17 inches. Real pretty golden rainbow. Wow. Like I said, there's really nothing wrong with the fight on these fish. Okay, I'm going to throw this one out of camera. Fish just rose down here. Fish just rose right down here. And he's got it. Oh, that was another nice one. Dang, that was my fault. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my motor down so I won't go anyplace. Yeah, I got fish. I got fish below me rising. He missed. Oh, yeah, that. Damn it. Dang it. He hit it when they were just sitting there, swinging. Little one. That ain't. A little bigger. Ah! Let go of that. That was going to be my last fish. I can land the little ones, but not the big ones. That was another nice rainbow. Well, I've been out about an hour or so, and I've caught a dozen, 15 fish. Hooked some nice ones, saw some nice ones, didn't land anything of any size. Caught some real little ones. But fishing's good. Got a little current running, which is great. Get this little chili pepper, really good. I think I'm gonna put a photo on the video. Hope you can get out and fish in December. When that lake turns over, even now it's great, but when that lake turns over, those fish really come alive. So be watching for my reports, and I'll let you know as soon as it does. Thanks. Got a little bit of chop on the water right here. No, not much current, especially up towards the bank, so I gotta work the flies a little bit more. Here comes some wind. Oh, there's a nice one up there. He just tailed. And he picked it up, or something picked it up. Several of them down further. Oh, there's one right there. Spooked him. Almost tempted to take this float off. That's what's spooking the fish. Oh, that's a nice one up there. Oh, wow, I just spooked them all. Oh, that's a nice one up there. Oh, wow, I just spooked them all. It's that float. Got a real tiny float on. And it was, I mean, the water is 18 inches deep where I'm at, and that's another 40 feet up there. Okay, I just took my float off. I can barely see my fly line. So the fish has almost got to run with it for me to feel the bite. Oh, he picked it up. I'm stripping it just a little bit. Okay, there's some more fish down here with their tails out of the water. Back in this little cove. He is digging around that gravel. Got him. I got him. He's not real big, but it's sure fun to catch him that way. You can see him. He is fat, man. He's been up there eating all kind of bugs. I just barely got him hooked. See how fat he is? Cool. He took the gray, dirty gray scud. Most of them been taking the mink. Well, I'm going to be heading in pretty quick, so I'll leave the camera rolling, but if my batteries run out, I was going to go ahead and say that I'll be writing a fishing report and putting this video with the report this evening. So, ooh. Thanks for watching. There he is. There's that stick out there, though. This might be a little bigger fish. Got to get him past the stick. And I did. He took the mink, and it's probably the nicest fish of the afternoon. Very nice. It's a nice one to quit on. See ya. Let's do this. No.